Good morning, friends. I hope you're all well. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year.
In half a mile,
it's my first proper official day back today. Yesterday in the UK was a bank holiday, so I did a job yesterday, but I've been doing bits and pieces between Christmas and New Year, but not too much. But back on it now. Thanks for the rest of you guys that have ordered some snibber tools. I am getting on with them this week, although typically it's gone busy today. But I will be getting them out to you ASAP. What else has been happening? Oh, apologies as well for the lack of content lately. I'm hoping this video is alright, actually, by the way. I've got a new phone holder because I snapped mine just before Christmas, so I've got a new one and it's quite bouncy. So I'm hoping it's going to come out right. But yeah, what was I saying? Yes, apologies for the lack of content. COVID finally got me before Christmas. So you might remember a video I done a few weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. Sarah got COVID, but I didn't. I just had a bit of a heavy cold. And this time it was the other way around. So I got COVID and Sarah had a bit of a cold, but it was fine. But yeah, it absolutely wiped me out, knocked me for 6. And to be fair, I'm still probably recovering now. I've still got just a bit of a heady cold. Not probably got over it. So that was 2 weeks before Christmas, and the week after I just felt, I mean, I went back to work, but I was doing, you know, wasn't doing a full day. I was subbing bits and pieces out as well. When I could be bothered to answer the phone, I felt so shit, to be fair, that I just didn't even want to answer the phone. So yeah, I do apologise for the lack of content, but hopefully we are getting back on it. So I'm on my way to Burgess Hill now. This is a guy who emailed me between Christmas and New Year to say that he was moving during that week and wanted the locks changed this week. So we're going to go up there and have a look and see if we can do that. Then I'm just changing 2 cylinders on a van. He's got multi-lock cylinders on there at the moment, and they're faulty. Actually, this is another one that I kind of did, was it just before Christmas, I believe? He couldn't get the key in one of the cylinders, couldn't get it in at all, and on closer inspection, the cylinders actually failed. The first pin had actually popped out. You can see the spring. So we kind of took all that out for him and sort of made it so it was usable. But yeah, the other cylinder's a bit dodgy, the key's a bit dodgy. He's only got 1 key, so you know, we just said it might be better just to change them, and then so that's what we're going to do. We're putting 2 locks for van cylinders on there, and then he'll get 3 new keys as well with that. So we're going to go and do that as well today. And a job I looked at yesterday is for a lady who's just bought a property and she's already lost the keys. So I went there. It was about 5 o'clock in the evening, between 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening, and there's 3 deadlocks on there. So I said to her, and they're all locked, by the way, so she didn't tell me this on the phone, so I said to her, look, this could take a while to get her in non-destructively. Alternatively, I could drill the lock, get her in, drill the locks, get her in quicker, but then she'll have to change them potentially. But what she's decided she's going to do is she's going to ring the estate agents that she's bought the property from, just to see if anyone has got a spare set, whether the estate agent's got a spare set, or whether they've still got the contact details for the people that she bought it from, whether they still might have a spare set of keys, because that's obviously going to be our cheaper option. But yeah, I feel a bit bad for her, but if they can't, then we're going to have to gain access. So I might have that to do. I'm waiting to hear back from that lady today. Got a job booked in for tomorrow, which is a ERA night latch change, just a straight swap over, British standard. And I think that's it booked in for the moment. And next week I've got a student in all week doing a shadowing course, so hoping to be busy for that. There'd be nothing worse than doing a shadowing course and then not having a lot of work in. But yeah, anyway, I will get to this job in Burgess Hill and hopefully get some recording done if I can. Okay, so that turned out to be a quote, which is fine because he's gone ahead. I'm going to order a couple of 3-star Apex cylinders, fun term, so I've ordered them already, and hopefully they will be with me tomorrow, so then we can go up and get that done. So, thank you. I'm on my way back to Brighton now to do these cylinders in the rain. Lovely, although they won't take long to do. And then I've just had a lady call me to say that her night latch, well, Yale lock, is falling off the back, or has fallen off the back of her door. So then we're going to shoot over and do that. I still haven't heard about these 3 deadlocks, whether I've got to go back there or not yet, so I might chase her up once I've done that job and see how we're getting on there. I do not want to be going there doing that at 5 or 6 o'clock this evening. I'd rather get that done this afternoon.
Turn left onto Beacon Road.
I will. Right, so I'll see you. We're going to Kemp Town now in Brighton, so I'll see you there. Thought I'd show you a little bit of the South Downs. This is Ditchling Beacon, so people actually cycle up this. There's a London to Brighton bike ride. You probably ain't gonna be able to see it on camera how steep it is and how twisty and turny, but yeah, people cycle up this in the London to Brighton bike ride. Crazy. One thing I forgot to mention actually is between Christmas and New Year, my van broke down. I went to pick Sarah up. She's been working in Hayward Heath, and her car went into the garage the week I had COVID. So she'd been getting a lift into work, but I was picking her up. And yeah, there was a day that on my way up there, I noticed loads of traffic on the way back on the dual carriageway. So I said to Sarah, we'll take a detour, and we went through a little village called Henfield, and going through there, my van broke down. I had a sign, a warning come up on my screen saying DPF or particle filter needs cleaning or something, or clogged, and it literally put my van into limp mode. So I was just travelling along at like 10 miles an hour. But we called the AA, and they got me back home. And then I took it to a garage where I normally go, and he said it needs to be done by a specialist. They couldn't get me until New Year. But one of the jobs I'd done just before Christmas was for a guy that I've worked for before, and I've been using my daughter's Fiat 500 just for, like, I put a few tools in the boot, but you can't get much in there, to be fair. Yeah, and I pulled up and he was like, oh yeah. I said, look at my new van. He was like, oh, what happened? And I told him, and he said, have you tried some DPF cleaner that goes into you put into the fuel tank? I went, no, nobody's told me about that. So I did that between Christmas and New Year, took the van for a run, and it's been fine ever since, bless her. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, my van's fixed, but it does need to go for a service. But yeah, I was told anything up to like £1,000 this can cost to get sorted out, and the bottle of DPF cleaner cost me £12 from Halford, so cannot grumble at that. Anyway, yeah, this is the South Downs over Ditchling Beacon, Ditchling Road, heading into Brighton. So these are the two that the side one as well. So I'm going to change that. Got 2 locks for van. There we go. So new locks for vans. That's locked. And give it all a bit of a grease up as well. And on that. So shut that. Got a bit of a situation. This is my training room, and I've just gone to go in here to literally finish the last bits with these guys and their snipper tools, and my handle's broke. So I've got to gain entry to my own training room, but perfect. Up, it's all dark in there. I've already creased it here, unfortunately, but I'll see if I can get that, see if I can tap that out. But yeah, I was trying to hold a torch. This, although it's metal, isn't very magnetic. Stand my hair again. My other torch just keeps dropping off. So perfect. I can actually see what I'm doing whilst using my spreader. So let's see if we can get in. Blimey, that was an effort. Dented all the door up, look. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, that's all right. The bolt's just come out of there. Here it is. Oh, that's easily sortable. Phew! I thought for a minute that the actual cables might have snapped, but that's sortable, so that's good. All right, I'll get that back on. And we'll give it a test. There we go. It's a bit dented up there. Wouldn't make a very good panel beater, would I? But we're working again. We're back in action, and it's all locking and shutting. So what a shame. Yeah. Right. So the customer was actually locked out. He couldn't get in because the door is so stiff. So I need to plane up all of this edge down here, but also the lock is absolutely knackered. I'm going to try and see. I mean, that's not even popping out at all. I'll see if I can overhaul this and get this one working. If not, I'm going to have to replace the lock as well because they've got no security otherwise. Right, let's see what we can do. Right, this is the problem with the night latch. These 2 arms here are supposed to be in line with that part of the latch. So these 2 arms here should be coming through like that. So I should be able to bend these back and get this back together. Hopefully won't need to get a new lock. Right, that's how that should look. So hopefully I better get this back together and it should all work. All done. So that's the the latch is back on. That's all working how it should. It's overhauled, doors closing, opening from both sides. The key's a little bit, you have to give it a little bit of a wiggle. Oh, there we go, it's not too bad now. I've given it a bit of a spray in there. There we go, that's all done. Right, so this is the window handle, it snapped off. That screw there is completely burred. Does not want to come out. If you've got a good way of getting these out when they've burred, or any screw actually, can you put it in the comments below? I'm just going to try and hammer a flathead around. See if we can get that in there to get that out. Persistence is key. So I could have drilled the head off of that and then pulled it off, and then I would have had to have got pliers. But if you go too far, you can't get pliers on. But with a bit of flathead screwdriver in there and giving it a bit of a bash, there we go. And we're out. Look at the state of this head. That is pretty churned up. Right, we've got the new one here, so just got to cut the spindle down on this one and get this one fitted. And there we go. So 2 new screws, lock in. Beautiful, all that leaves is for me to pop that onto there. Never gone very well. Maybe we'll put that bit in first. There you go. Right, and just check it's locking. There we go. All done. Yeah, these are the screws. What a mess. I mean, I know I've had to bash them, but I think this one's the worst one. Wow. I've tried the little attachments you put in your drill to unscrew, but they never seem to work. I tried them a couple of times, didn't work, so I've given up on them. Right, night latch is done. That was literally just 2 grub screws, the grub screws that hold the night latch onto the back plate were missing. Well, we found one on the floor, but not the other one. So just put a new grub screw in there for them and did that. Again, these little jobs, there's no point in filming, it's ridiculous. So it was that. And I've just been to another job where it was a bedroom door that had jammed on the latch. So got the door open, replaced the latch. And the other lady with the 3 deadlocks managed to get keys from her, from the estate agents. There was a spare set of keys. Or via the estate agents. I'm not sure if the estate agents were holding them, but yeah, so don't need to do that one now. So I'm going back home. It has been miserable all day today. It's been dull and cloudy and overcast and raining. Good morning, folks. It is a brisk one today, very, very chilly, but sunny. Oh, have I just gone through a red light? Right, I'm on my way to do a job for Danny Gardener. It's I think it's just a shed. I've only been sent some pictures. It looks like a shed that they've got one of the old style rim locks on the back. We're literally swapping it out because the existing doesn't work, I think. So I'm gonna go and do that. Then I'm gonna go and pop and see my mum, bless her. She's not been well. Just before Christmas she was really ill. And we thought she had COVID, but she had a urine infection, which was yeah, it affected her quite badly. But yeah, I'm going to go and pop in and see her because she lives in Peacehaven, and Peacehaven's next to New Haven. So I thought while I'm out there, I'll kill 2 birds. Right, let's go and get this rim lock. Rim lock, yeah, rim lock done. That's the one we're changing. Just putting a like for like on there. Some new keys. Look at the bitting on there. Ooh. Right, this is my next problem, so fitted, throw the bolt, and there's literally nothing here. I've been looking at it, the only way, the front side, so this side of the bolt finishes there. So I think the only thing I can do is fit this, cut this into the frame, so that this edge of the keep is in line with the back of the bolt, so that the bolt sits behind that there. I think that's all I can do really. Yeah, I have to chop it all in, send it back, but it's mangled, isn't it? Getting this come up on my watch all the time now. Loud environment. All I'm doing is hammering, chiseling. It's not like I've turned anything on. I might have to see if I can turn it off. It's annoying. Okay, so that's going to fit in there like so. So the bolt will sit behind this, so I can fix it in those fixing holes there and top and bottom. Just got to chop it in so that it's flush with the frame. So just got to chop it in there, and then yeah, that should work. Right, there we go. So cut out the box, screwed in the back, which is without. It's not going to do anything with that. This guy's on a budget. And there. That's all locked. Lesson learned. Right. Saturday morning. Just got a call from a builder in Brighton. They're renovating a property, and there's a key safe for all the trades. And a couple of guys gone in there to go and do some work today, and the keys are missing out the key safe. I presume they've gone back to whoever was there last and found out if they put them there, because he said the key safe's been opened and the keys have gone missing. So they needed access to 2 of the properties. It's quite a big property that's being converted, I think. So the first one, they're both ERA British Standard night latches. So my go-to technique with these is bumping. So go to the first one. I always try and I've got 2 keys, so I'll always try one for a little bit, and if that don't work, swap them over with the different type, the different bitting on the key. Anyway, got it open. Then he showed me the second door. Now the second door, for whatever reason, I don't know why I did this, because I don't normally do this. I put my slip card down, and maybe it was because I was told that it was the carpenter who's on the job that fitted it. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad carpenter, he's probably a really good carpenter, but if you don't know these locks, they're really easy to actually fit wrong. So yeah, the second one, I tried my slip card down it, and it opened straight away. So he'd cut the tailpiece too long, so the anti-slip, the little anti-slip snib wasn't engaging. So that one just slipped open, so I've just showed him, and it turned out to be the carpenter that was on site, which is felt a little bit bad. But yeah, I just told him that it'd been fitted wrong and that he needs to cut the tailpiece down half a minute at a time until he knows it's working properly. I showed him how it should be. So, but yeah, my go-to now in future on an ERA British Standard night latch or Yale, I'm going to try slipping it first, because you never know who's fitted it and whether it's been fitted right. Because I don't even know. I told him to check the top flat, the one that I did first, because I don't even know if that had been, I didn't try my slip card down that. So if that's the same, I could have just got my slip card on it and tried it, but there you go. Right, I've got another job to do today. It's booked in for 12 o'clock and it's only a little oval cylinder change, so I won't record that. It's been really hectic actually this week. I've had 4, 5, sometimes 6 jobs every single day this week. I've also been trying when I can in the evenings when I'm not too knackered. I've got some more snibber tools to get out, so I've been doing that as well. If you're watching this and you've ordered a snibber tool, I know I was going to try and get them out during the week this week, but it went absolutely manic. But I am going to be doing them over the weekend. I think Sunday I've allocated the rest of the time to get them finished, and so then I can post them out early next week. But yeah, it's gone a bit mad, which is great. I'm not complaining, but the content's not been great, I'm aware. So I'm going to up my game from next week. I've got a student next week. Anthony's coming down for the week shadowing. Looking forward to seeing him, and hoping that we get a nice run of work in as well. There's nothing worse than when you're doing a shadowing course and the phone goes quiet. I mean, I've got the training room, so that guys can come in and do bits and pieces in there, but yeah, you want to be out on the road, which is the whole idea of the shadowing course. Right, this is the oval cylinder I thought I would show you, because it's not straightforward. As you can see, there's a thumb turn on the inside, half oval on the outside. So as you can see, the retaining screw is obviously higher because they're upside down on these. So we'll whip that out and get this changed over. Right, there we go. So that's the new cylinder. Managed to get a smaller one. The old one was poking out about another 5 mil. So there we go, that's that. Extra key as well. So that's all working. And then I'll just show you how it goes in. So that's shut on the thumb turn, and then on this side. There we go, all done. Training room. Danny's joined us again.
How you doing, guys?
I've got the beautiful, supreme Frenchman down here, Anthony.
No hablo English.
Do you know what? He's doing really well, and he's come to do the 5-day shadowing course to learn the carpentry side. Unfortunately for him, we've actually been quite busy, so we haven't been actually in here as much as you'd like.
That's okay. I like seeing things as well.
Yeah, it's all good. And then this beautiful specimen's just popped in.
Just turned up to drink some tea.
The new admin of Locksmith Hub. What are you doing tomorrow, mate? What are you doing tomorrow on Friday?
What am I doing tomorrow? I am doing a mortice course with Andy Love, fully booked, South UK Locksmith training.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Got 10 people in.
Got anything else coming up in the pipeline, mate?
Yeah, we've got a bump key course fully booked as well in March. Yeah, check out the website southuklocksmith.com, locksmithtraining.com, sorry. And yeah, we've got regular courses running for newbies looking to get in the industry as well. So.
Lovely. So if you're local to or south of England and you want to do a lock picking course, it was a 5-day mortise course. No, 2-day mortise course.
We're doing
or 1-day mortise course.
We're doing a 1-day mortise course, yeah.
1-day mortise course.
And then we do 2-day introduction courses, and
That's
then we
it.
do separate courses, 1-day courses to advanced skills, yeah.
I'll put Danny's details down below, and check him out.
Good man.
Anyway, my channel. Right. Cheers, guys. So it's Anthony's last day today, and he wanted to know how to hang a door. So we started it yesterday, and he's finishing it off today using the smoothing plane just to get the leading edge a little bit better. Hello, mate. Look at that.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah?
I'm going to give you the touch here as well again.
Yeah?
And that's it.
Beautiful. It's a master craftsman. Beautiful, mate. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Oh,
Yeah.
looks delicious, mate. That's delicious all the way down there. Happy?
Happy with that, yeah?
You should be. Yeah, looks good. Well done, mate. So what we're doing, Anthony's asked if I can show him how to board up a window. So got a window in here, and he's just going to try this one in with some 18mm OSB. Oh, look at that. First time. Beautiful. Right, well that's it for another week. Yeah, like I said, I've had Anthony in doing a shadowing course all week this week, and it's been really good. Really enjoyed it, actually. Just had a little chat. He's just gone off now. He's got a 6.5, I think he said 6.5 hour drive. That's what's Google saying now, back up to Newcastle. Been really good, really fantastic. He's a lovely guy. Very knowledgeable. Seth, you've done a great job teaching him, actually, on your course, because he's very knowledgeable. And Jason Hillier, he's done some courses with you, I know. Yeah, but that's the flexibility you get with doing a shadowing course, is that I'll try and accommodate anything that you wanna learn, other than I don't go into doing lock picking and stuff like that, because that you know, there's guys out there that do specialist courses. So if you want something like that, then, you know, give Seth a call, give Danny Gardiner a call, give Jason Hillier a call. But this shadowing course, what I've tried to do for Anthony was he wanted to learn the carpentry side, which is why most people come here really. But in particular, he was very interested about boarding up. Now, I don't do boarding up myself, but I was happy to show him the techniques that I know. And we took the door that he was working on there, we took that off. We've boarded that up, it's absolutely solid. So he knows how to do that. And I managed to get him a window as well, a UPVC window. So we fitted that, and he's boarded that up as well with a different technique as well. So he's now learned how to do 2 techniques of boarding up. He wants to get into that side of it as well. He's done a lot of making goods. He fitted a night latch. He fitted a night latch. He fitted a Euro deadlock as well while we were here. The deadlock, he knows how to use a Sauber, so there's no point in me showing him that. He did a job not that long ago with about 4 or 5 Euro sashes. I think the Euro sashes he said. But he's fitted another one, but he did it by just using a drill and a drill bits. Because I'm a big believer in, don't just rely on having your Sauber jig there. Your drill might pack up. There might not be any electricity. Anything. So yeah, it's good to know how to do it by hand as well. So he did that, and we finished off this afternoon with some making good. So there was a deadlock in there which is made good. So we filled the whole mortice with timber, and then he's filled over the face there. Filled the keyholes as well, and he did this as well. So there would have been a night latch in there. So he's filled that, made that good. And he's done the same on the frame, but we've done a frame repair. So we've reinforced that with a steel rod, and we didn't have chances to put a bit more filler in there, but he would have second coated that with a bit more filler, and he's filled this up here, which is where a night latch was as well. So yeah, done great, and I'm really, really pleased. He's really chuffed. You can see the value for money. So if you're interested and you want to get yourself on one of these 3 or 5 day courses, drop me an email, drop me a text, drop me a WhatsApp, and I can send all the information over to you. Right, that's it for this week, sorry. But thanks as always everyone for watching. As always, any nice comments down there, and hopefully see you all next week. Love you all.